In this demonstration, I am going to show you a particular application for the proper uses of associative reference features. Reference features are basically datum planes and datum axes. So I'm going to walk you through by creating a block and showing you how to create a datum plane between two faces of that block and a datum plane at a distance from one face of the block. And I'm just going to place a boss on top and some other datums that are associative are specific angles. And all of these would allow us to control a boss. So let's begin by selecting layer settings, selecting layer 10 and layer 11 and turning that off. So I'm going to create a block and 80 by 40 by 10, that's acceptable. And we're going to place it at the absolute value of 0. Hit OK. Hit OK, creates a block. Let's do a fit. So now rapidly we're going to move into datum planes. And we carefully turn this on or expand it and realize that its associative toggle needs to be on. Select both faces of the block. And that generates a datum plane right in the middle of that block by hitting apply. We're going to select another face of this block and we're going to rotate the direction. Drive the datum plane a specific distance by just probably typing in a value of, let's say, 50 for right now. And leave it associative and hit OK for right now. So now we're going to create a datum axis by selecting both planes. We're going to move back into creating datum planes again. Selecting the datum axis in the center. Selecting the second datum plane that we generated. We're going to type an angle. We're going to put an angle of 45 degrees. Leave it on the near and hit apply. We're going to select the datum axis in the center again, and we're going to select well, let's move this back again. Let's select the plane that we have created before, and we're going to specify a distance for that datum plane in relationship to that plane. Let's make it a value of 15, value of 10 is better, and hit apply. We're going to select the datum axis, the datum plane one more time, and we're going to create a datum plane at 90 degrees, and we're going to resize it by expanding it with these two spheres, and hit OK. We can go back to the original datum plane and resize the datum plane by just selecting these spheres again. That would help us picking up the planes later on if we need to. So we're going to place a boss on top. Any value, 30 by 5 is acceptable. Select the face. And we're going to use point unto line. Select point unto line. This is not good, this value. Let's say it has to be a value of 0. Let's go back one more time here. We're going to select that again, point unto line. Select that. And now it displays correctly a value of 0. Select point and line one more time. Select the opposite datum plane so it gets positioned in both directions, the X and the Y. And it places the boss right there on top of the face of that block. Now we are rapidly going to move into creating a hole, just a hole feature by going into selecting the face of that boss. Puts us into the sketch mode. Select close. Select the point that we generated and selecting one of the planes. Selecting point and curve. And that would constrain that to that particular datum plane. We're going to carefully select not the point constraint but the point that is not constrained for the second time and select the following datum plane and apply a constraint of point and curve again. Sketch is fully constrained. We're going to select finish. We're going to leave it at a diameter of 5 and hit OK. Now we're going to create a pattern feature. And this is going to be a circular pattern feature by selecting the hole that we originally created, specify the vector. We're going to select the z-axis, and for the rotation axis point we're going to select this arc center. That generates the angular direction. We're going to leave it at 4 for 4 holes, and they are going to be equally spaced at 90 degrees each one of them, and we select the OK button here, and that creates the hole pattern that we are looking for. So now we're going to go to the tri-isometric, and we're going to test what we just created. So we're going to select this particular data. Now we're going to slide it downwards a little bit. Let's make it a distance of 30 is good. Hit OK. And notice how everything moves. Another test that we're going to conduct here, we're going to just move this datum plane towards the center at a distance of 7. Notice how the holes get closer to the center. And the last thing that we'll do is test the angle. So if anything changes in the future, any of these options, they would be easy to modify. So we can rotate the hole pattern as well. So we're going to replace view, try isometric. And I just would like to finish by making a few comments. First, you need to realize that this is not the only way to create this model. There is, however, other ways to accomplish the same similar results in NX. Perhaps we can do primitives, we can use basic curves, or the most effective and desirable way, it would be the creation of sketches. However, I choose this particular way with the intention of demonstrating the usage of associated reference features. Secondly, I would like to say that when doing any modeling, always keep in mind the design intent. Understand and try to anticipate how the part is going to be made from the manufacturing point of view. Try to anticipate ahead what possibly can change as you model the part. Remember, in engineering, almost everything changes. And if you can anticipate those changes ahead of time, then you will always be ahead of the game. This concludes this demonstration.